stands up, walks from the room, never knowing how soon the ribbons of his life pulled by the moon turn around. The car in the lane, turn around. The car in the lane. All my lines, all my waves, ribbons of energy locked to the poles. In decades past, years to come, all those lines flip where they're from. All those lines flip where they're from. All the lines, all the waves, ribbons of energy locked to the poles. In eons past, ages to come, all those lines flip where they're from. All those lines flip where they're from. He stands up, walks from the room, never knowing how soon the ribbons of his life pulled by the moon turn around. The car in the lane, turn around. The car in the lane. All my lines, all my waves, ribbons of energy locked.
Thanks so much, Scarlett. Appreciate them bits. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight for an episode of the Master Plan Narratives here on the Game Logic channel on Twitch and the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, for those of you who are viewing the archive version of this on the YouTube channel. My name is Ghastly Stamus from Gearworks.com and the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. You've just borne witness to the great Scarlet Baby dropping me some bits to get things started here on the hype train tonight. It's going to be fairly chill, though. It's not going to be super hype. With another drop of the 100 bits, thanks so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you just for stopping by. Are you warming up for your own live stream here? I would guess maybe in 20 minutes to an hour. Let me also give you your personal soundboard to herald your arrival into the live stream tonight. Always like any viewers who come through to feel a little personal welcome by getting their own unique soundboard. Semi-unique, as long as... oh no, I'm still in bed. What do you mean still? You're still in bed, or are you in bed now for the night? So somewhere in here there should be a thing that allows me to load my game. Yes, resume game. Well, thanks so much. I know it is not
and seen early empires rise
minor
and
thing
fall.
for you to swing through.
Soon you will stand under the towering pinnacles of castles alongside your gallant knights. That is where the story
given that you often stream
just as the young apprentice
hours
learns
of the
to
morning,
carry a sword,
sure
so shall you grow to understand your place in this world. Your Majesty the Queen Victoria of England, extend your reach beyond your borders and across the face of the globe. Worry not over the possibility of defeat,
often I go to bed and
for
you
your
guys
loyal
are streaming,
redcoats
and then I wake
and
up
overwhelming
and you guys
navy
are still streaming.
will surely carry the day. With your calm and steady touch, you can bring all lands
I'm a night owl of a
under
certain
England's
stripe, and then
sway,
y'all are night owls of a certain
establishing
stripe
a
as well.
true Pax Britannica.
So like I said, it's going to be pretty chill tonight for you and anybody else who joins in the live stream. We don't need to get too rowdy. If you wanted a rowdy night, that was last night while I was playing the Division 2. This is Conquer the World week of different sorts. So last night, I was laying it down in the district, regulating, tightening up on that chaos. Where them fools be trying to create that anarchy up in Washington, D.C. in the Division 2. But tonight, we're playing the role of Great Britain here in a pretty random scenario. So the other civilizations I play here are the Koreans. It's Belgium. I've discovered a couple of other civilizations here. But I am specifically pursuing... Actually, I had no idea I was telling you the other night. Sorry about that. No worries at all. Thanks. Oh my goodness, 300 bits. Did that put you at the top of the leaderboard? Turin's got you. You're tied up. And I guess Twitch plays by he or she who went first. So, but don't sweat it. Your name is up there. Everybody can see it when they roll through. I appreciate you so much. Yes, chill Saturdays. So tonight's a chill Saturday. Unfortunately, tomorrow afternoon, I've got to break down the studio to let the painters get in here to paint and put the house in the market. I've been doing a lot of belly eating, and I decided that you just had to have that top spot by the 5 bits, Scarlet. Thanks so much. Yeah, you go, girl. That's you. You got the top spot now. You can put your pocketbook away. I appreciate you though. Woo! It's not supposed to be hype tonight, Scarlett. It's not supposed to be hype. So yeah, so this won't be the last live stream though. So I've been doing a lot of belly aching about like having to break down the studio and how it's such an inconvenience, and all my like neat pieces of studio equipment and my big mixer and all that stuff are all boxed up now and I can't use it, and that pains me because I paid for that stuff and it's going unused right now. But one thing I've resolved today is I'm just drinking coffee. I'm just drinking coffee. This isn't me lit. This is not me lit. Yeah, I've just got coffee, and if I really need to dig into it, I will break into this Monster energy juice later on. As this is like my nitro. This is like my nitrous backup whenever I need to punch the button. Get some of that Vin Diesel and Paul Walker going on. May he rest in peace. But like I said, I've been doing a lot of belly aching, and what I resolved today was that, look, however hard it is, because a lot of days I'm going to have to like come home at night and set some of the studio gear back up in order to live stream, and then take it down the next day, because I never know when somebody might be coming through the house. 9-9! What's up, 9-9? How you doing, fool? We got all sorts of family up in here. So, but I'm going to keep the live streams going. That's what I'm dedicated to doing. So I sat today and like planned out like next week, and then planned out the month of September. So next week we're going to I'm trying to kick the variety drop less frequently, to give folks who come through some continuity in like the games that they're watching. So we're going to wrap up playing Civ 6 and the Division 2 Tuesday night. Wednesday morning will be the start of, unfortunately, only a half week of production. And thanks, bro, for using your own emotes. I apologize. The dude who's doing my emotes, his pen for his light tablet broke on the last emote, so I'm waiting for him to finish that up, and I got another friend of the channel working on sub badges, but hopefully all that stuff will be coming through here shortly. But next week we're gonna hit the variety drop switch on Wednesday, and we're gonna kick over to playing. We're gonna play a little Assault Android Cactus, I think it's called, on the Nintendo Switch. But the main is gonna be Fire Emblem Three Houses. So we're gonna kick that off. Y'all going crazy with the emotes up in here. Thank you so much. But we're gonna kick off Fire Emblem Three Houses next Wednesday. So Wednesday night will actually be a first boot episode, because I have not played Fire Emblem Three Houses yet. And that'll carry us out through the remainder of August. And then in September, we're going to hit the variety switch again over Labor Day weekend. Seriously, with these emotes! We're going to hit the variety drop switch again over Labor Day weekend, and September is going to be Flight Sim month. So I'm going to break out the Cytec X45 flight control system, and we're going to be playing mainly Wings of Prey and IL-2 Sturmovik. I may get into War Thunder. I pulled that down today and grabbed a couple DLC packages, but War Thunder looks like it's going to be a little bit complex, so I don't know. I'm going to have to play some of that off stream and then try and get into it. So let's go ahead and play the game. So I had a bunch of these fools down here, these barbarians, causing a lot of chaos and anarchy down here along the southern border. I put them to sleep. I squashed all that noise and killed that. So now I'm not worried too much about bolstering military units down here along the southern border, because this is the edge of the map, right? So, but I decided that given how, if you can see over here in the lower left-hand corner, how the other factions in the world are lining up, I really only see the Koreans up here to the north. And then this is mostly a water line here, and I don't think there's some civilization over here to the right, but I don't know what their numbers are yet. I'm not going to sweat them too much. When I do have to sweat them, it's mainly going to be a naval defensive line. So what I'm going to do right now, in order to prep for how I think the scenario is going to unfold, I'm going to start staging military units along what is right now my western border. So a lot of this turn is going to be, now these are settlers, so I need to pop them into a new city. Now, Calrians. I do not know what that means, 9. Calrians. Koreans. You killing me. You killing me. How are y'all doing tonight, by the way? I tried to get from Scarlett what the plan was for y'all tonight. She was too busy dropping bits. So, like, Nine, I guess I gotta ask you. So, y'all going live in like an hour or so? Or y'all off tonight? Scarlett. Scarlett's still dropping bits. Thank you so much, Scarlett. I appreciate you. I don't know. Now, I don't know what soundboard I have wired to this right now. You might have kicked off. You might be kicking off the soundboard that goes on for like 30 seconds. Probably like 3 hours. Okay. All right. Hype. Okay, so about a little bit after midnight my time, and y'all gonna be getting down in Apex, right? Season 2. Have y'all played the new character that they dropped? It's Sober Saturday. See, it is. It's supposed to be a chill stream tonight. Alright, so I just popped the new city, but I got this, yeah. Nope, not city states. Yeah, I need my city report. Columbus, York, Rochester, Savannah, Portland, Dover, Messina. So Savannah was the last one I named. Where is this thing? Nope, that's the military unit there. Right? No. Cincinnati. Alright, I'm a little embarrassed. I need to make sure. I think Cincinnati has 2 N's in it. I know I'm being wrapped around the axle about it, but I'm kind of a stickler about these things. Yeah, 2 N's, not 2 I's. I haven't lived there for a long time, so I don't have to spell it. When I don't have to spell it on a daily basis, I tend to forget. Fidolfin, how you doing, man? Thanks so much for coming through. I appreciate you coming through and dropping the follow earlier this week. I apologize. I think you either said something or mentioned something on your way out, and I apologize that I missed it. I realize now part of the problem I've been having is somewhere on some machine that I've broken down since then, I had Twitch in dark mode, and I realized that when it's in dark mode, sometimes I tend to miss things. Alright, Nine, thanks so much, man. I appreciate you swinging through, even if you can't stay that long. Alright, Scarlett, thanks so much for swinging through. I appreciate you. I know y'all got stuff to do, so go ahead and handle your business. Alright, so Cincinnati's been renamed. I gotta set up the queue. So, Fidolfin, how has your day been? Did you do anything? Been doing anything exciting this weekend, or anything in particular today? Alright, that's that unit, so I need to... I guess I'll go ahead and have them go here. We got archers. Are they the ones bivouacked in the city? Not necessarily, but they can be. That way I have one military unit there. It seems like in Civ 6 you cannot stack multiple units within a city, which is a bit of a change. I know that my borders only extend that far. I kind of want kind of a definitive line of defense here. I don't really want guys all the way out here and then guys far back. I want them to be able to just march directly north and south almost to respond in the event of an inbound offensive. So Fiddlefin, thanks so much for coming through, man. I appreciate you. should give you your own personal soundboard to herald your arrival into the stream as well. So let's go ahead and maneuver. I guess they're going to have to go all the way down and around and come back. Warrior. Let's go ahead and have them come here. Our body of water was a little bit longer across than I had anticipated. Oh, excuse me about that. Ooh, I thought I had a big sneeze coming on. I guess they can, let's have them fortify until healed. It's fine. Housing, tech boost.
My ancestor Darius made this Apadana, but it was burnt down. By the grace of Ahura Mazda, Anahita, and Mithra,
cool.
I reconstructed this Apadana.
I do not even know what the Apadana is. No idea what the Apadana is. That's definitely some Wikipedia that I'm going to have to do later. Choose production. It's for Columbus. Now, my primary strategic thrust in this particular campaign is expansion. So what I'm trying to do is build settlers as frequently as I can. Okay, so Vancouver has produced a unit. I guess they do have a unit there. So I'll have them produce another settler. Apparently gained an envoy, so I can post them to Breslov. After meeting another civilization, see the need for new ways to communicate. Knowledge of writing has advanced considerably. Thank you. Unit needs orders. I just need them to fortify. They're fine where they are.
Γοργοέμι, χα βασιλέας τα Σπάρτας και χαγεμόν των Χελένων. Τι εσύ, τι νας νίκας χωιός τεσί αγγέλειν.
I hope that means that literally that we exchanged information. We didn't just give her the information on our capital. So these are my spearmen. Okay, so they're apparently fully healed. Let's go ahead and have them deploy. What we got here? Settlers. We'll have them head down here to the south. Next turn. Now, one thing, are these guys... Yeah, these guys are fortified, so I need to wake them up. I'm gonna actually need to step through all. What are these guys doing? I actually need to step through all of my units here. Now, where's the settler? Okay, they're on the move, so that's fine. This warrior, they're on the move. These warriors are fortified in Vancouver. These warriors are fortified in Portland. These warriors are fortified in Rochester. These warriors are on the move. That spearman's on the move. Some spearmen fortified in Messina. What are these guys doing? Okay, no, they're on the move as well. Those are the guys I said were fortified in Messina. These guys are on the move. These guys can be fortified there, that's fine. This archer is fortified in Columbus. Oh, no, he should be a maneuver unit. Why? This archer's fortified in York, and this archer is fortified in Cincinnati. Yeah, so I don't understand what's... He needs to wake up. I don't know. It all looks fine. Tech boost to writing, human a new civilization, Gorgo of the Greek Empire. Who's no? No, they just need to stay where they are. Move to, wake up, skip turn. Okay, so hopefully they won't actually take off like that. No, who did that snag? It snagged the archers again. I don't... No, they're not actually going anywhere. Okay, these guys... Oh! This turned out to be a pretty large body of water. These guys need orders? Oh, because I guess they completed their movement. Guess I will deploy them. This... They just built something. Maybe spearmen. That's the case. Portland. Okay, so they just completed an archer. So I need them to build a settler. And then Rochester just completed a spearman. And I also need them to build a settler. These are spearmen. Now Rochester has warriors and spearmen already in place. I think I can go ahead and start filling in the northern edge of this border a bit. Let's have these guys go right there. Who needs orders? Set of archers. No, I already have warriors. Bivouac there. Let's start filling in the northwestern edge of that border that I'm trying to protect. These guys, just have them debark here. It's kind of some funky parts of the map. I need to go ahead and build another scout as well. Spearman. I think you guys are actually pretty okay where you are, so I'll just have you fortify right there. I need you guys to debark. And you guys can just fortify there. So I've got a pretty decent Western defensive line filling in. Some of the rules, it seems that they've changed. Definitely make a difference in gameplay. Because with the inability to, like I said, I can't
If
seem
you
to...
see a castle under fog, you must
I
walk
can't seem
there
to stack
to
multiple
meet the
units within a town,
extraordinary
which doesn't
dreams.
make necessary sense to me. It's just whenever I try and move a second unit into a town where there's an active unit, that unit and the active unit switch out. So I don't know if the one unit that's in town needs to fortify first before you can bring a second unit in or what. But I'm actually kind of okay with only stocking one unit in there, as that's just a big change in the way that I play, because I usually defensively stack 2 units in each town at a minimum. If I don't see, unless I see like a direct offensive thrust from an enemy AI mounting up to lay the town to siege. Go with the wheel. Choose production in Messina. They just completed a spearman. I guess what I need to do is build that defensive line kind of along this vector from southwest to northeast. So, I guess I will have these guys sortie. I call that impassable. That's also impassable. Weird how these guys, how the AI handles.
Don't reinvent
routing.
the wheel.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Just realign it.
Science research is banging. Siege tactics. Now are these are my settlers? Okay. So we'll go ahead and establish my southernmost city here. Where was that? Bristol. So we're going to rename that. So I just renamed Cincinnati, so let's go Annapolis. Once we determine production, so let's go ahead and make spearmen to defend the town. I believe I'll go ahead and have them just fortify there. and fortify. Hold on there, Koreans. I really don't want to get into a war with them right now. It's 1160 already. Next turn. Produced a great work, St. Aubert's skull. Carried by the Madrid Apostle. Relic at 1170, displayed in the Palace Columbus. Creepy. I got it. Increases faith in tourism. Good. One great works in 3 display places. A weird thing to create. But we'll go with it. I'm sure it gives me some clout. Some archers. They seem like they've gone a wee bit far. Let me pull them back to, that's right here. Just build archers. So we'll go ahead and have them contribute a settler. This is going to be curious because I'm not sure exactly. So these, those are the town archers, so just have them fortify. Want them. Well, I guess they can fortify down there.
Χούτο στρέσα σε συγχώστε το χαϊμαπέο game. Πέι έντι χάτι ματέος.
What is this about? Why does she have to start with all this? Yay. I didn't do anything. I do not need the Spartans to start a war. I just don't need that distraction right now. And generally, I'm a builder, not a fighter. What I like to do is I like to build up my civilization as big as possible before I really have to get. I find combat in Civilization 6 just to be a distraction. I really just like to build. Spearman. So that's a second unit in that town. So I'm also going to have them deploy to the Western Front. They can go ahead and build up a settler. It takes them forever. They don't have great production. I guess I don't want them to fortify in the frozen tundra. I'm trying to get a little bit more of a semblance of what the geography is down here. Okay, so you guys can fortify there. So now she's displeased with me, and I don't know why. I didn't... And are these... And I don't... I mean... Not even really certain which color the the Spartans are.
We have uncovered a way to increase our farming output. To tap into this potential, I suggest we try to maintain 2 adjacent farms to each plot of farmland.
With the advance of feudalism came the growth of iron armor, until, at last, A fighting man resembled an armadillo.
I'm gonna quickly check my audio here, just because I don't like it to get too far into the stream before I verify that that's okay. So one thing I want to do is just a quick local check. Can we verify that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream? Can we verify that we've got good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream? Alright, so all the audio sounds like it's going okay. So we'll go ahead and continue with the campaign. I'm not going to... Yeah, let's go ahead and look at on policies. I haven't changed any of them in quite a long time in the campaign. We're now into the 1200s. I guess I don't have... Oh, with a Republic, I actually don't really have any place that I can put military policies. We'll switch this to Insulay. God King. We'll swap this out for diplomat or charismatic leader. And we'll swap wildcard to revelation. Confirm those policies. Choose my next civic research. It'll be theology. So I guess will allow me to found a religion. Pretty dope. I really honestly don't know what to do with these guys. I could have them be kind of the furthest deployed southwestern kind of alert unit, or just have them be an extension of the western front here, or bevel. I guess that's what I'll do. I'll bevel the northwestern approach. So it's going to be a bit of a questionable strategy. So I've got a lot of like I've got a lot of kind of unfriendly land down here along my southern border, but kind of along the southwest vector. I don't want to just leave that unguarded though, and not have some industrial base along there. So I do think that I am going to extend my city-state line down along here and have some states here to the far south that are just so remote. I mean, they're their degree of remoteness will kind of be their own type of protection. So Dover supposedly just completed experiment. I don't see them. I guess until I get confirmation of where they are. Well, now I can see them there. So maybe I'll change that up. Change city production, so we'll change that to them building a settler. What unit needs orders? Oh, the spearmen, so we'll just have them fortify. You are the town defense. The town god! I meant to click on Sparta to check and see if I needed to do something diplomatically with them. I hope I didn't screw that. Okay. So what is she unhappy about? I mean, declare friendship? Sparta does not need your friendship. Okay. I also don't know why that one leader... She's listed as unfriendly. I don't know why she's the one leader who is popped up there and stays persistent. Man, she's downright unhappy. I don't want to denounce her or for trade negotiations. Inventory to propose a trade. Really? Fine. 10 gold per turn for 30 turns. Can we just give that to her as a gift? I wonder, is that already her response? Do I already know that she'll accept that as a gift? Oh, she's got really low gold. Now, so I am way more resource rich than they are. I got a lot of great works though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're a small city-state, though. I have twice as many cities as they do. They have more strategic resources. Do I really appease them, or do I just let them get their gully up and then just crush them if they go too far? We'll wind up giving her 300 gold. That's fine. Like I said, I find getting bogged down in wartime just draining. And someone eventually is going to force the issue. So if I can appease someone for relatively low cost and allow that, and have that allow me to gain even more economic power and a larger industrial base, I think that's the smarter move for right now. What the flip? Barbarians. Unit needs orders. Let's fall back out of their range. So I think what I want to do it really extended my logistics lines when I got bogged down in the first barbarian pushback along the southern border. So I think what I'm going to do is, rather than push that offensive, I'm going to kind of entrench along this western front and expand my city-state line out here to the west. Now I'm butting up against, I guess, the Spaniards or maybe the Portuguese, probably the Portuguese here. And that may interfere with orchestrating that grand strategy. New city-state quest, give me a new quest trigger. Divine right. Guess we could send an envoy to Lisbon. Send a trade route. Now, one of the things I don't like about Civ 6 is, oh, snap. Didn't mean to do that. So you guys need direction, huh? Why don't you put a shore here? Columbus not having enough housing. There's never enough housing in Columbus. So I'm just not going to worry about it. Turns are starting to take a bit longer here.
We can no more have exact religious thinking without theology than exact mensuration and astronomy without mathematics, or exact iron-making without chemistry.
Okay, not going to change policies, though. Recorded history. Send an envoy to whom? So we can send an additional one to Lisbon. Policy slot. Did we get a new policy slot? Huh. I guess one of my old policies must have gone away. Must have been obsoleted, given the new way of thinking of the country. We'll go with urban planning, which will increase my production in cities, so that's not a bad thing. From the Renaissance era to the Industrial era. And what I do have to watch is I can't have the Spartans overtaking me in technology or industrial base, so I don't know why she is still unfriendly. I'm giving you 10 gold per turn. What could you possibly be unhappy about? Alright, we're going to have them fortified there. Okay, so I think what I need to do is I need to do a round of... in city production, not producing units, but actually producing local infrastructure. So we'll start attending to that here shortly. So we built the settler. Now, this is a good question. I mean, be something along this edge of the map, and in fact, there's been... Oh, there's Sparta. Seriously? They're way out there. I don't even know how I became aware of their existence, being that far removed. So I guess what I would normally like to do is proceed direct north. I guess what I will have them do is head towards there. Oh boy. Why did they put to sea Columbus? So again, let's focus on city amenities. I think this will actually help them a bit with population growth as well. I do like how in this game part of the design is that your whatever menus you have open don't get knocked away by the turn progression and handover. Really hope these settlers hurry up and put to shore. I have been attacked by barbarians at sea before. We're particularly vulnerable. And of course what I hate about nautical units being destroyed is that also destroys whatever units are embarked on them at the time. This is giving me a little bit of an itch to play some Empire Earth as well. Okay, so the settlers have put ashore and they're heading northbound. Still waiting for units to complete their turn. Which, speaking of which, I need to Renaissance era.
All the best romances bloom in the midst of a good siege.
Before I proceed further, I'm going to go ahead and get a game save. So that would be bad. Okay, so what do we got up for research now? Go with writing. Choose production for Cincinnati. Go ahead and produce walls. Spearman. I can already see that there's going to be an issue along that western front and that southwest northeast vector, so I'm going to scramble those spearmen to start helping fill in that
Writing means sharing.
Angle of the defensive line.
It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Thoughts, ideas, opinions.
Engineering. So both of those should... Why are the Koreans... the Koreans coming down here. Now, they have a trade route agreement with me, so that's fine. But All of this maneuver encroachment is making me nervous. So let's see. So we're giving you 10 gold per turn. Let's see if we can declare a friendship now. Nabbit. Wow. She's kind of getting on my nerves for being so persnickety. I do not know where the heck my settlers up here are going. Is it because they had to go all the way out? Yeah, I guess it's because they had to go all the way out. It's interesting that the Koreans apparently have no problems with us cutting through their political boundaries, so that is an indication that our alliance and friendship is working within the game mechanic. So this is Columbus, who just produced a settler, so let's have them build ancient walls.
Normal people believe that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Engineers believe that if it ain't broke, it doesn't have enough features yet.
Okay, that's kind of a weird ending to my coffee there. Not sure what all that sludge is at the bottom.
History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon.
So we're going to pick a new research path and a new civic this turn. Machinery. And mercenaries. After a shift in envoys, you are no longer suzerain of the Preslav city-state. Okay. I guess I was before, but I didn't really know what that means. So, fine. Guess we can look it up while everybody's doing their moves. I'm sure somebody who watches this video will already know, but that's a nation that controls another nation in international affairs but allows its domestic sovereignty. I wonder if these were the guys that agreed to my rule. Iron strategic resource. Yes, we will found a city there. It will not be called Brighton. So Annapolis was the last one I named. Newport. Choose production, get you some defense. Spearman. Your people are are lazy and unworthy. If you can produce nothing, your civilization will soon be forgotten. What is this all about? She's still showing up as unfriendly. Clear friendship doesn't work. Sending them a delegation with 25 gold and gifts doesn't work. Clawing against my own, so they are the Greeks. So I'm clawing against my own actual political beliefs at this point. In my effort to appease them. I'm not giving them more gold per turn though. But... well, I'm not going to gift it to them. I don't know. Cannot accept this deal under any circumstances. Because I asked for Argos. What if it was instead for Knossos? Mycenae. Olympia. Ephesus? Nope, just not giving it up. How about one of your great works? Not take any of this. 10 gold for 300 gold. Oh, is that adding on? No, I don't want to. Saying I will give you gold per turn. Ivory. Well, that kind of gives us a trade agreement, so I'm hoping that that will shore things up a bit. She still seems to be overall unhappy with me. I'm about at the point where I'm ready to be over it. Okay, so these are spearmen who are underway at sea. I just need you guys to just go ashore. Party of 36, thanks so much. Raven, Splatoon Eric, PC Copeland, Cherry Jello, Curio, everybody is here. It is now a family outing. Thanks so much for y'all for coming through. It's a chill night. I apologize. It's not super hype. You guys are coming in here with all this hype. We're here just chilling out. We're here just chilling out. My mic seems low. All right, Eric. Hope that helps you out there. Thanks everybody for coming through. Y'all are coming through off a big scare fest over there playing Raiden Claw, playing Resident Evil. Things are not, we're over here getting strategic. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate all the love, and I hope you guys feel mine in return as well. I know I've been maybe a little bit distant while getting through the move, so I apologize for that, but thanks so much, Raven. Strategery, that's right. We're getting things turgid up in here. The stinking Greek, I don't know what's up with them, man. I'm giving them gold. I've made a trade agreement with them, just like nothing makes them happy, so... How goes World Domination? It is World Domination Week here on the Game Logic channel. We played a little bit of the Division 2 last night, and now we are taking more of a strategic view, or going back to a strategic view. The week started off with Civilization 2, and then we did a little more ground level World Domination, trying to regulate the district. Rift, Ravenclaw, with the cheers! Thanks so much. Thanks for the biddies, Rave. I appreciate all y'all and all the love that you're showing. Totally unnecessary, but I do appreciate it. I'll never turn my back on it. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Is that how that saying goes? That still doesn't make any sense to me. Jerry Jello, thanks for the hearts. The sound effects are the best. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the desktop sound, the streaming PC desktop sound being piped into my ear, so I don't know what alerts I have rigged, but I know a couple of them will go on for 30 seconds and will be exceptionally loud. So Ravenclaw is a horse. No, thank you, ever necessary. Well, thanks so much.
I'm gonna kill you old style.
Voice meter, Aga. Well, Eric said that the. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Joker. Eric said that the audio was low, so I turned my voiceover commentary up. Look. So I have a thing, and I try not to tip into this trench. I have a thing where my personal taste for audio mix balance often supersedes my willingness to listen to anyone else. I'm trying to get over that. So Curio, if you disagree with Eric, if you feel like Eric has caused me, so I use, so I'm on, so if you look down at my Twitch panel now, it'll show you the description of my current stream setup. So I'm playing on my gaming laptop, but I'm using my backup gaming PC as the streaming PC tonight. I know nothing, Cherry Jello. So somebody make a ruling. Look into voice meter. You can hook everything up in here. No. I can. I've chosen not to. Usually, if I really want to hear what's coming in through the streaming PC, I will hook up my Go XLR mixer. But that's not what I'm using tonight. I'm using my my Behringer Xenix 302 USB mixer. But yes, yeah. No, but I appreciate the tip. I appreciate it. So Cherry Jello feels that the audio mix balance is correct. So I guess Eric is right. I will defer to you, Eric. I appreciate it. So we just unlocked machinery. Like I said, I've been trying to establish a western defensive front here along a southwest to northeast vector with some gap filler through this fat middle section here. Because the previous night, when you guys weren't here, not giving you a hard time, but you guys weren't here, I know nothing, looking at voice meter, I got you, everything is perfect. Cherry Jail says, don't worry. Curio says, I wish I had a Go XLR. Nice. Thanks, appreciate it. Voice is good. Alerts are loud but funny, so it works. Thanks so much. Yeah, and when I set the volume on the alerts, I pre-stage that, and it's just whatever it is. I know that sometimes they are loud, but that's half the fun, right? If the alerts cause you to jump, then hopefully I've given you your jollies for the night. Your voice radio. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it, Jerry Jello. So any Civ 6 fans in the raiding party who have come through, or any Civilization fans at all? So I'm going to go ahead and fortify those spearmen, because they are part of that defensive line. I just completed some research, so we're going to go with printing. Thanks, Raven. Raven's sending me some love again. I appreciate it. Hooligan me? Very cool, Hooligan. So, Hooligan, tell me your Civilization life story. When did you first come to the franchise? Where did you discover it? Any one more turn stories, again, from school or younger points in your life? Now, the citizens of Columbus have been getting a little antsy. They feel they don't have enough amenities, so before I make them produce me some more units, I'm going to try and make their lives a little nicer. Celts, always the Celts. Love you, Ravenclaw. Love you, Cherry Jello. Just re-downloaded Sid Meier's Pirates. Oh, yeah. So, interestingly enough, I was also looking at my load on this gaming laptop as I started up tonight, and I've got Civ 4 on here, which for a very long time, I didn't play Civ 5. I wound up skipping it. It took me a long time to play Civ 6 because I felt like I hadn't played enough of Civ 4, and I felt obligated to get some more time in that game under my belt. But what actually tipped me over was Civ 6 came out for the Nintendo Switch, and I was playing it, and I feel like the learning curve on the Switch is just ridiculous. Like, there's not enough visual cues and tutorials and stuff, so I was like, I need to just go ahead and get Civ 6 on the PC so I can understand how this game works, and then I can go back to playing it on the Switch. So that's what caused me to just go ahead and bypass 5 and grab 6. But I have Civ 4, Civ 6, and Sid Meier's Pirates on this as well, which is, Sid Meier's Pirates is absolutely one of my favorite games of all time. Probably the one, I need to go check my Steam stats. I think it's the one that I may have the most time in overall in playing in my Steam library. So Joker is heading out, it looks like. Or Cherry Jello made that assumption because he was saying love you, love you, love you. I'll still be here lurking, but I have to cook dinner. Okay, very cool, Joker. By all means, man, thanks so much for coming through. And I appreciate the lurk. I do not actually have a lurk command configured right now. I tried to find that in MooBot a couple days ago, but I couldn't find it. So that is an issue. King Giblet's late 80s for me, I believe. Do you ever play Privateer? I have never played Privateer. Is that another, like, pirate game? I think I've heard of it. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn. So this is one of the things I like about doing Civilization 6 for a live stream is it gives me plenty of time to keep up with the chat, which sometimes I don't do if the game is too busy. And I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me tonight, so I'm trying not to sniffle, snort, snot in your guys' ear. All games are pirate games if you're a pirate. Yeah, that would be true. That could be your perspective. I guess Hooligan, for you, every game winds up being about looty booty and figuring out where you can find some buried treasure. No, it was like Civ, but colonial imperialism based. Okay, alright. No, I never played it personally before.
Being a mercenary, though, hey, we just go.
As much as the Koreans and I are friends, I get very nervous about all that movement that I see up there along my northern border. And now we have mercenaries. I'm not going to change policies at this point, just because that feels sometimes like a bunch of civilization churn, unnecessarily so. So Hooligan says all the booty, don't trust them. It says don't trust them. I know. I've got some respect for them because they were one of the first other civilizations that I discovered in the world here. All right, so we're gonna go with. That's a really weird civic. Medieval fairies. That's a thing. Okay, fine. Ooh, I've got a great person. Do I get to pick from any one of these? that's new. Great Euclid. Can I pick Euclid? Oh, no. It's giving me the specific one. Irenaeus founds a religion and establishes this city as a holy city. So does anybody know who this is? I have never heard of this guy. Irenaeus. The name sounds shadily like anus. I'm not sure if that indicates everything. Anything. Fine, we'll recruit him.
Our populace has
Hope he's
attracted
not too
a
expensive.
great profit to our lands. Send this most
Where it says
holy
recruit. Alright, I guess,
person to our
sorry, I gotta
holy
hit the
site
second glad and say
rejoice,
hi. Yeah, no problems at all,
for the
Hooligan. I know
time has
it's
come
late
to
for you guys
found
with
a
the kids and
religion
everything,
for
so I appreciate you
ourselves.
coming through. And spending some time in here and hyping things up for me. Appreciate you. Great prophets to our lands, to our holy site and rejoice. I assume wherever he spawned is the holy site. So we can go ahead and send an additional envoy to Lisbon. Confirm. So I'm the suzerain for all of these guys except Preslav. I don't know why Preslav dumped me as their suzerain. Okay, that is Irenaeus, who create escort formation with warrior. Those warriors are the only units there. He should be able to transit within my borders without, must be on your holy site district or Stonehenge wonder. I don't know where my holy site district is, so that causes me some concern. That's the Apadana. That's the wonder that I built. I thought... Getting a little stuck here, folks. Give me a second. Now, one of these things did construct Stonehenge or something like it. I mean, I constructed it. But I don't remember where it was. So, let's see. World rankings, city-states... Trade route overview. Sold to Savannah, no benefits from the route. Ooh, I have all these available routes. Hope these things are running. List of reports. A bright outline on Hex when you have the Prophet activated. So Hooligan says, of course, man, have a good stream. May the force be with you. Thanks so much, Hooligan. I appreciate you. King Giblet says, we'll have a bright outline on the Hex when you have the Prophet activated. Well, the Prophet was activated. I mean, he's the active unit now. And I'm not seeing any hexes that are illuminated or outlined in any brighter kind of a outline other than what was already there. You saying it's right next to him? Oh, that's that. Is this Stonehenge right here? Yeah, okay. Good catch. Sorry about that. Very good. I definitely wouldn't have, I definitely wouldn't have figured that out without you, King Giblets. Thanks so much for the pointers. Choose religion. So it looks like I only have access to 2 of 4 unchosen. Shinto and Buddhism are my options. I guess I will... Are those the other ones out in the world? Choose a name and icon. I like to pick the one that looks like bacon and name it bacon. All religions 2 of 4. And then I can choose the name and icon. So I'm going to go with Buddhism. I'm wondering, cities following religion. I am... Oh, okay. Confucianism. Okay, that's fine. Or choose a name and icon for a religion of your own. That set me up right there. Looks like it. I'm a little bothered that there's not like a confirmation button or anything here. Choose your religious beliefs. Oh, okay. You have to pick a circle one. No, that's already taken. And you got it. Okay. Let's go work ethic. And choose religion beliefs. Cathedral. City patron goddess. Okay, we'll do that. Rochester, England is following that religion. Following it, containing it. Gotcha. Okay. So I guess since it was founded in Rochester, they're already on board. Use an apostle, use an apostle. Now there are 3 religions out in the world, so I think we're good to go. Alright, so we've got about an hour and a half left in the live stream, just so you guys are right. Yes. So I'll be going to about 12:30 Eastern Time. So King Giblets, is it Giblets or Giblets? I know some people will pronounce it one of 2 ways, with a hard G or a soft G. But so are you a big? I think you said earlier that you were. I asked if you were big into the Civilization campaign, but you specifically played this Giblets. Okay, but you specifically played this iteration of the Civilization franchise. Apparently. Choose production. Alright, we're going to continue working on amenities. Annapolis now has their spearmen, so we'll go ahead and fortify there. And I've gained a new policy slot, or else one has been superseded. One thing I don't like is I don't know how you Strategos. Great general points per turn. You should be able to. I guess what I would do is I would. Focus in on one subset there. Send another envoy to the Preslav. Yes, admit I always restart, so I rarely get to my dude, you and me same. Like, my claim to fame, like my biggest claim to fame in gaming is I have literally started the beginning and gotten to the middle of like 90% of the games that I have, and then I always like reinstall, or when I upgrade or whatever. Like I have so many games that like I have started them so many times that I should have finished them, but I'm just I'm a chronic restarter. That's kind of what I am. I am trying to kind of flip that script kind of this year, along with kind of as I've been kind of evaluating, you know, how I want to change my streams up. It used to be my gaming and stream kind of schedules and planning. Yes, but I always we're kind of intertwined, and now I'm kind of separating them a little bit because the stuff I have to do for the podcast versus the stuff that I think might be best for my stream, and the stuff that I just want to game or becoming a little bit different. So I've been soul searching about that a lot over the last week. But the stream paradigm is giving me an opportunity to focus a little bit more and sit with individual titles for a little bit longer than I might normally with my normal categorical approach to gaming. So like there would have never been a time that I would have just sat with Civilization 6 for like a week straight and just focused on playing that. So I'm appreciating that opportunity. And people who are fans of the franchise who have been coming through wanting to pop in and kind of talk about it. I know for me, has progressed from the industrial era to the modern. I know for me, like my big encounter with Sid Meier's Civilization was I encountered Civilization 2 like in the, I guess kind of just mid 90s, I would say, and actually played it on like a laptop, and it was installed on a zip drive, and I had a little external zip drive pack that I would attach to my laptop and play it off that. Back in the day when like it came on a CD-ROM and you could just, there was no DRM, so you could just copy it off the CD-ROM onto a zip drive and play it wherever you wanted to. Now this is interesting. So I want to start my Western expansion. I'm still knowing that that's, well, no, I said actually think I want to start expanding to the east. It's unusual and weird to me that the only thing I know about these eastern reaches are the presence of Sparta way out there. So I think what makes sense in terms of empire building is for me to, I'm going to try and set a city directly across this river. I don't know what this is. It's the Mississippi, I guess. And, ooh, so we can't go there. That's, oh, I don't like that route at all. Maybe that's what we had to do. Always restart. Good luck staying focused. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm not staying focused. I'm creating specific pockets of time and space where I don't want to say my ADD because that I don't want to make light of people who actually have that, but I'm working on a water mill. But my tendency to kind of pretty frequently bounce around between games and only spend a limited amount of time on that, I'm trying to kind of pocket that into a specific space and time in my schedule. So Cincinnati, they just completed ancient walls. We'll have to work on medieval walls. Not really crazy about this period of infrastructure buildup. It's really my objective. My strategic objective for this particular campaign was rapid expansion. And I'm having to take a pause because of the degree of unhappiness in some of my towns. But I think what I'm definitely going to do is once I get these settlers onto the other side of the river and start expanding out onto the eastern reaches, I should have actually kind of looked, I really didn't look very hard at my northern possibilities for expansion. Either way, I've got to cross the river to expand east.
What gunpowder did for war, the printing press has done for the mind.
It did look like you had an abundance of cities. Yeah, so I don't know how you play King Giblets. I'd be curious to know. So generally what I do is whenever I start a campaign, I try and pick one primary strategic objective in terms of building mainly. Either maximum city improvement, so then what I focus on is every city that I instantiate, I try and build up all of the city amenities and improvements that I can in every city. Or I do what I'm doing now, which is rapid expansion. So I try and just crank out settlers to increase my number of cities as quickly as I can, which, you know, rapidly expands my economic and industrial base. Or I focus on military, and so I have cities basically every other production opportunity create a military unit and create as vast a military as I possibly can. Which obviously causes the game to unfold a little bit differently. You know, when you play those different ways. What do you think of this? Open borders in exchange for 2 gold? Man, the Spartans. I wish I had checked to see what her attitude was towards me before I got popped into this screen. Man, I just don't know if I trust the Spartans to be... They seem to be a ways out logistically, though, so their lines of logistics shouldn't really allow them to get inside my borders and mount a covert military campaign, but weak, don't deal. I know, but she's been permanently unhappy with me. I'm kind of projecting into this. I'm assuming that the Spartans... that she identifies herself as a Spartan. The nation is actually Greek. I mean, obviously the Spartans are part of Greece, but my point is, I'm suspecting that one of their perks is a lot of military prowess, which makes me a little nervous about torquing them off. But I'll follow your lead, King Giblets, and I will refuse the deal. Would you deal if she had no proofs? No, this is why I wanted to deal. 2 gold, too little. The reason why I wanted to deal is because I get my most enjoyment, and this is my first scenario in Civilization 6, so I'm trying to play like my maximum comfort way. And for me, the thing I like most about Civilization 6 is kind of just building, right? And I find getting engaged in a war... here we go. I find getting engaged in a war to be distracting. I hate diverting resources to it and pausing my larger strategic plan to attend to it. You have different governments, but we have the same... Well, we don't have the same religion. Okay, fine. Whatever. Getting up there in years. It's 1525 AD now. Now, one other slight concern is I've heavily built up a western defensive line. Greece is on my eastern border, so that's going to be something we're going to have to attend to. So I hope I have enough time and turns to do so. And Newport has created their first military unit, so I'll have them fortify. I'm going to get back to the business of building settlers. Particular since they can pop right across the river there. What level are you playing? So I'm just playing at whatever like the second level is. Like I said, it's my first campaign. I just didn't really want to deal with a lot of shenanigans. And I know the thing that I find particularly distracting and aggravating when you pop to the higher levels is the degree of harassment you get from the barbarians, particularly in the early turns of the game, and I was like, that's not going to let me learn the game, and the differences between, like, past iterations of Civilization and this one. Because I was telling, I can't remember the guy's name who came through last night, but I was telling him, I mean, he offered a lot of advice and stuff too, and tips, and he said he's put like 2,000 hours into this. That's not me. I don't put 2,000 hours into any game. And one of my big things is, you know, on a per title basis, I am pretty much only willing to invest. Turin the Mad, thanks so much for swinging through the live stream, yo. I appreciate you. Hopefully you're doing all well. You're doing okay. Let me hit you up with your own personal soundboard to herald your entrance into the stream. I missed everybody when they came through. I got put in so much system shock with the raid. I didn't think to give everybody their personal soundboards, but here's a loud and long one for you guys. So, Turin, that's better than your old man car soundboard that you got last night. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better. But yeah, there was a guy who came through last night who offered a ton of tips, and he'd spent a lot of hours in the game. And unfortunately, just because of the wide breadth of games that I feel obligated to play in order for us to do an effective, incredible weekly gaming podcast, I am only willing to invest as much time in a game as I can to figure the game out within the fabric of the game. Like, one of my big things is I just refuse. I'm not going to go out and Google and like Destiny, for instance. I wasn't going to sign up for an account at Bungie.net so I could figure out all the deep, crazy lore and stuff. I personally feel like when you build and design a game, people should be able to figure out how to play your game by staying within the encapsulation of that game. That's a particularly design ethos that I believe in. So Columbus, let's go ahead. What do they just believe medieval walls? So let's have them build settlers. But yeah, so I wanted to be able to take my time, and get into the game smoothly. I'm only on this. I'm on this for a week, solid and focused. But as I mentioned before, unit needs orders. I don't understand why Flip-de-doo. I don't want them controlling naval units is becoming a little bit of a pain with their path following. Alright, man, I'm off. You have a good day. Alright, King Jibless, thanks so much for all the tips and the advice. I do appreciate you. Please feel free to come back whenever you see me up live, and if not, I will catch you on the flip side. It was very enjoyable having you in the chat and talking about the history of civilization and your experience with it, and getting, like I said, your insights into some of the deeper nuances of the game. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're off to the next turn. I just need these settlers to... What? There's landmass right there. Why didn't you guys just do that? I really don't understand. Ah, man, the Spartans are really hating it. And I don't know what I've ever done to them. They just seem to be bent out of shape. One of those people that you just refuse to be happy, no matter what. Rut-row. That's scary. Who are these? Tamiris? She feels like the Mongols. What was that? Wonder completed? Or maybe she was the Aztecs. Scythian Empire. I don't know why I'm meeting all the warlike peoples. Who's this, Messina? They just completed the water mill. Let's have them work on a settler. Definitely need to get my expansion up. I just don't understand. I don't understand why they're up there. But I met the Koreans and I don't even know what you call people from Belgium. The Belgish. I met them earlier in this campaign. I don't understand why I'm not as interfaced with their leaders as I am these guys. So let's see what my opportunities are for northern expansion here. So I can pop up and around. So if I went due north, I think I gotta have all settlers just cross the river. What? Oh, this is... Okay, these are my southern guys. Can't go there. Oh, it's a really weird route. I think there's something I'm not getting here about this terrain and the way it's constantly receding. And this might be low plains where you can't actually, where it is being overcome and encroached by water through ancient times, like the Mediterranean basin. So Turin, how you doing today, man? Did you, my standard question for you, as I ask you every night, did you play some Fallout today? Rochester just finished building a settler, so let's have them go ahead and build a monument. I gotta start investing a little bit more in city amenities. Purchase an item with gold, purchase a tile. Yeah, I feel like this other side of the river might kind of be like the banks of the Nile, where there's rapid erosion
There are
happening.
very honest people who do not think that they have had a bargain unless they have cheated a merchant.
So again, we're going to keep all policies intact for right now. We'll work on exploration as my next civic. An option to fill a policy slot. Caravansaries. Firm up. That'll help me generate some more quan by increasing my trade route focus. I really don't understand this diplomatic model. So they've denounced me. She was originally friendly, but now that's fallen off, and I have no idea why. The amount of time it's taking these settlers to path follow to get ashore is really unnerving. Oh, now she's friendly again, I guess. I'll be happy about that. Rochester has finished something. Completed ancient walls. Let's go ahead and again have them build a settlement. We can send an envoy to Lisbon. They offer 3 gold for open borders. Well, King Giblets isn't here. Niter, that seems like not good. Can we get some of that? Cannot accept this deal. How do you take it off? Okay. No, you need to open your borders up. Make this deal more equitable. And I give them 1 gold for 30 turns? Fine. Hopefully somebody with open borders will not openly declare war on you. So hopefully everybody in the live stream is doing okay. Like I said, tonight's just kind of a chill night, so it's a time to think deep, focus on strategy. Now I had settlers up here. I guess I need to take positive control of them. I think these guys are fine. Where are these guys? They moved to here. And the 3rd settler unit. What? I thought I had a settler. That's so weird. So they were at sea. They came ashore at Newport. They've marched inland and are taking this northern route to get where I need them to go. Fine. I wonder if I should just start new cities along here. I would say, given the route that they're going, that would make better sense. Just have them go there. Next turn. It's a lot of nautical units up there. A lot of naval units. Brussels. Great. Barbarians up north again. Columbus. They've completed their Rochester's completed its monument. So let's have them build settlers. While suzerain status. Scythia is expanding. Woodette. Alright, so I need to... we are true friends with the smaller civilization. We appreciate that you recognize this fact. You versus agenda, city-state ally. Okay, good. Apparently a level of happiness that I could not give the Greeks. We up into the industrial area. Advance considerably, unlock new scientific ideas. Urbanization.
No one starts a war, or rather, no one in his senses ought to do so, without first being clear in his mind what he intends to achieve by that war, and how he intends to conduct it.
Clausewitz. Alright, so I need to take positive control of these guys. Why? Why in the world are they following this path? I think I'm just going to have them set ashore. And I am just going to go... We're just going to start expanding the rest of the empire up here to the north. And have it loop around and take an overland route towards expansion. I don't know why I'm not able to cross the river. Currency, time to become a banker. Alright, we're down to about 1 hour left in the live stream tonight. So my belief is that I think I've got a technology advantage over all the civilizations that I've met. I think I'm in the lead with regards to research. Annapolis just completed ancient walls, so let's have them build a settler. They're going to take forever. So there are my settlers. I guess what I probably ought to do is have them come down here. Take me some additional turns. I overshot where I maybe arguably should have planned to build my next city. Oh, the Koreans. Are they trying to hedge me off from establishing a city there? I'm not super crazy about the fact that we won't have a contiguous borderline throughout all of England. That's going to become a bit of an issue. Settlers. Koreans are patrolling so aggressively. Hoping they leave that one hex open so I can establish. What I want to do is start my northern expansion at the furthest southern point that I can get away with in terms of proximity to my most northern city. We might be able to pull that off. We'll have to see. Mathematics. The mats. This next turn. What is all that about? Although by putting a city there, it should, if everybody stays friendly, should have good trade internationally with Vilnius, Brussels, and the Koreans. So I'm going to go ahead and found my city here. Very apropos that it's named Portsmouth, there with ports on the eastern and western side. Chesapeake. And first, of course, have them build a fortifiable garrison unit. Be very interesting to see how this progresses. So at least now I don't think I have any settler units wandering around the great expanse of the Mississippi River. Probably the Columbus River, probably more likely. Or maybe even the Savannah River. It's a great food basin though. So I'm hoping that I can swing my expansion arc back around down this side.
Without mathematics, there's nothing you can do. Everything around you is mathematics. Everything around you is numbers.
Okay, so math research is complete. We will, oh yeah. Swing it to military tactics. It's now up into the 1600s. Oh, no. I'm just in a slightly, I'd nab it. Getting really twisted up in some cables here because I'm not in my standard configuration. While I've been trying to pack things out to move. I've got this powered USB hub down here, which I could probably just go ahead and disconnect because I don't know what I would actually hook up into it now that would require power. Alright. Alright, before I just power through the next turn, I need to take positive control of these settlers. Oh, great. No. That's not what I wanted. Got barbarians up on the northern peninsula now. That's actually a barbarian outpost. So I could risk that they'll allow me to establish a beachhead there and will not attack. And will stay docile until I can actually recruit military units up there, or I really don't have much of a choice now. I may wind up just losing those two settlers. I think what I'm going to do, I hate to pull all my military units from the western defensive line, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do, and I think I'm going to pull the ones from the southern reaches, which unfortunately is going to mean that they're going to take the longest time to get there. I think rather than program very long transit lines and allow them to move automatically, I'm going to maintain close control of these units. I think I need about 6 in the sortie. And this will be the last one then. And one thing that I've been really bad about doing, I think I have done one game save tonight though, I think. But yeah, I've been really bad about doing game saves in this world where most games autosave for you. This game does not, as far as I know. Maybe it does some autosaves. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna go up and try and get away with it. And if these guys come and take my settlers hostage, then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue the military sortie up there, wipe those barbarians out on the northern edge, just like I had to do on the southern. And then in the meantime, build new settlers to come behind that wave of military units and prep to establish new cities on the northern edge right away.
Strategy requires thought. Tactics require observation.
So this is part of my military war campaign in the northern regions. Consisting of 6 battalions of military units. And I think I'll have much more awareness of exactly what units are coming to the fight. Last time I just clicked on them and set their destination points for the southern war zone, but I would lose track on like who was inbound and how far out they were and things like that. This is risky, and actually I think I want to pull them back 1 hex. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully nobody occupies that. Ah, you dudes. Those barbarians seem like they're predominantly staying where they put. It kills me that this terrain is so rough that some of these units can only cover. One hex of movement in a turn. Alright, next. Leicester. Rename the town. Let's see, the last one I named was Chesapeake. Rename it to Norfolk. Let's see if the city lasts at all. First unit of production. That's weird. Swordsman. They don't have enough iron. Huh. That creates a bit of a problem. I don't even know. Ooh, we can build a redcoat. Let's just go ahead and buy that unit. Purchase 1360. Wow, how much? I didn't notice how much gold I had. 1690. So at least that puts them a defensive unit in place immediately. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's good. That's good. Belgium is attacking that barbarian holdout there. Excellent, and took down their trireme.
Set your course
oh no, that's
by
the
the
barbarians won
stars,
that. Great.
not by the lights of every passing ship. The day we stop exploring
Weird
is the
statement
day
from
we
General
commit
Bradley.
ourselves to live in a stagnant world,
Really weird.
devoid of curiosity, empty of dreams.
Ooh, we unlocked the government. Some classical republic now. That's interesting. I guess we'll go merchant republic. I don't know if that will make me I mean, I know from past Civilization games that the most powerful in endgame, the most powerful government system you can have is democracy. Communism you can use to advance and maintain your military prowess, but in endgame you really got to be in a democracy to be the most powerful. Yep, let's go ahead and switch to Merchant Republic. Veterans see production toward encampment districts and buildings for that district. Colonial offices. Cities not on your original capital's continent, and we can build a wild card, so let's add this one. Navigation, Great Admiral points per turn, very cool. Yeah, now my civilization's kind of humming along. I'll go with calligraphy. And for my civic, there's this one, so I'll go civil service. Unit needs orders. War party! Who are these guys? Scythia, okay. Where are they from? Oh, Lisbon is part of Scythia? Okay. So those guys are done. Skip their turn. Yeah, that's why I hate the unit swap goofiness. Really curious me. I don't understand why units can't be stacked. Oh, my redcoats? Nope, they're just gonna fortify. Trade route capacity increased and housing needed. Oof. Now we got problems. So the question is, how do I want to handle this? I'm not going to send them all the way back to the south. I must have clicked on something. Let's grab them up here. So I guess the best place for them to go would be here. How can I get there? I guess I can come back down here to Chesapeake. Way to go, Belgium! That might actually clear off the northern reaches and allow me to expand to the north. Without having to wait for this big war party to get up here. So slow going for these units just because they can't, I guess they can't stack. So it's actually difficult to move them in close proximity to each other. For right now, I could turn them around and go back up here and see if I can now, if the settlers can just march in to that barbarian outpost and take it over, but rather than risk that may not be the case and lose time doing it, I'm just going to go for the safe bet and go where I know I can go. So painful. Rough terrain, and I guess it's partially because I have no roads over here either. this route. This guy should get up there sometime in the 1900s. Alright, let's just go here. Let's hope that we remain friendly with Scythia. There's agenda heavy industry. I still don't know what her beef is. It's kind of getting on my nerves. Warriors. Warriors. Spearmen. More spearmen. No. Could create an interesting new dynamic where essentially I'm shifting a lot of my military prowess from these southern reaches up to the north. These settlers, let's go ahead and found a city. The last one was Norfolk. Shall name the city Monterey. Have them initially build Redcoat. I've got about 1,800 in gold, so I'm not going to push that production because that would wipe out my gold reserves. Or at least the Greeks are just unfriendly with me now and not outright angry. It'll be interesting to see if this constantly switching back and forth to follow the hex line of least resistance, so to speak, is effective in getting those military units to arrive there at almost the same time. Although now with the barbarians seemingly vanquished, it may not be that big of an issue. What I do need to do is I do need to get some more settlers built. Although I do have some time while I'm establishing these 3 towns of the northernmost regions of my empire. So those are those warriors, alright. It's ridiculous how much their movement is constrained within my own political borders. Those guys had some wheels. I'm worried about what these Scythians are doing. It looks like there's a lot of like religious activity going on down there outside Messina. Are they trying to keep it swayed towards... Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. They've been swaying them towards Shinto. goddess. Okay, so Savannah just completed a settler. So as I know and believe, I think that they would have one military unit there, but I'm not absolutely certain. Let's go ahead and have them build a crossbowman. Oh no, they have archers there. Hold on. Let's change that. Have them build a settler. This group of warriors here. Part of the war party, I think. Oh. I hope I haven't dragged units along with me that I didn't mean to bring. I may have to sortie some units back to the south in order to make sure that I've maintained coverage. That's weird. Oh, I guess the issue is they can't get over that mountain range. Oh, I guess you gotta embark, swing south. Trade is good these days. Warriors. Actually becoming hard to maneuver the more crowded it is. So despite the fact that it seems like things are pretty quiet on the northern front right now, I do want to advance this war party up there and just push out a little bit and verify that I don't have a barbarian problem up there still. Just so I can eventually get to a point where I am confident that I can expand directly north and swing around the end of the Nile and come back down the eastern side so that I can use that to bolster my eastern border between me and Sparta in case they become a problem. Me and Greece, I should say. These warriors are slow. I guess they were some of the first units that I had access to from a tech perspective, so they're not all that advanced. Okay, these are my settlers. They're going to have a tough time because they've got to go completely around this mountain range. Very interesting that Savannah is kind of the city tucked in behind this mountain range, particularly when that mountain range strategically separates them, that city, from the Koreans. Hold on. We got an opportunity to send an envoy here. We'll send it to Vilnius. Getting down to 30 minutes left in the live stream for tonight. Where are these guys? Common cause with city-states, leave them to us who transfer. What is she talking about? I don't even know what that means. It seems like this is, I feel like in the past, this has sometimes been one of the shortcomings of the Civilization franchise, is just that these AI personalities, like, they're just some of them, like, no matter what you do, they're going to be angry with you and they're going to want to go to war, so it feels like trying to diplomatically tiptoe around them seems very unlikely. Scythians are very nomadic. As their units are transiting far from their home base of Lisbon.
Not all who wander are lost.
Square rigging. It's just a shame there's not, I mean, there is a big river here, but there's not an actual ocean. Columbus completed a settler, so let's have them now build Renaissance walls, make them happy, keep them happy. Yeah, I don't want to attack anyone. What are they doing? Oh, is that a tribal village? I didn't realize that. Herm. Where's the end of his green line? I guess it's in Chesapeake. That's fine. Was this another settler unit? Now the game is definitely, I mean, territorially, the game is definitely yielding some opportunities for me to continue a pretty aggressive western expansion, but like I said, I really want to expand to the east. What?
From the dust to which our civilization first rose, so too shall we return. As the light of our people fades to nothingness, we wonder if one will rise to rekindle our flame.
Whoa, what's going on? Culture victory? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I don't even know what the heck that means. So I guess, take a look at my ranking. Dan Quayle. We're ready for any unforeseen event that may or may not occur. Great. Graphs. So that was the red. Oh, maybe because I didn't construct enough buildings. But I founded the most cities. Didn't construct a lot of districts. And I guess that maybe that's because I didn't build enough builders. Didn't earn a lot of great peoples. Didn't engage in a lot of war. My culture was just bad. Not really particularly crazy with that whole victory condition.
The taxpayer. That's someone who works for the federal government, but doesn't have to take the civil service examination.
So I guess you can blow through. I mean, so she's achieved a cultural... Her culture dominant is trying to make their culture dominant over yours. Again, I just don't know that actually, I feel like that doesn't really mean anything. I guess I'm so hyper-focused on territorial and military and economic victories that I just didn't acknowledge I don't know that I've ever seen a cultural victory in any civilization scenario. So I guess I'm just going to continue playing through the scenario. Just, I don't know how I'm going to arbitrate that, or how the game arbitrates itself. For that, it means that she's achieved a cultural victory, but I don't know if she can still be defeated otherwise. We'll play around with it and see exactly how it winds up. Skip that turn. Okay. Lot of activity as I've exposed more and more of the map. So those are the settlers. I guess I'll have them come this way. No, it's not actually. I really need to think about that more. So again, I don't... This is aggravating. This blasted mountain range is aggravating as all heck. Completed medieval walls, so let's get them building a settler. I'll just skip his turn until he gets some room to maneuver. So I've almost got war party up to my northern front line. Guys are carrying rifles now. That's why we still have triremes and stuff at sea. Yeah, there is a lot more kept obscured from you in terms of other cultural capabilities. Used to be in Civ 2, I remember you used to always know when every country had made an advance in a technological era or something. It feels like there's not that same degree of transparency here, which is fine. I think that's done deliberately to make the game more challenging. So they can't get into the city. No, I'm not going to have them take up a... Huh. Very interesting how the terrain up here is turning out. These settlers. I just wonder why I'm not getting any green indicators. To the north where I want to expand beyond what I've already established. Hold off on moving them. Same thing, hold off. That's weird. Why can't... Oh, no, he can. Okay. Have them go here. I'm just gonna fill in this defensive formation and not necessarily have anybody cross the river. But I think my plan now is that I do want to get settlers up there and have them explore. Is there also settlers? Go a whole 1 hex. Warrior. And he's gonna have to hold up. It should really only be 2 more military units that are on their way, so this is gonna give me... So I decided, because I'm not going to cross the river, I'm just going to hold position here and hold this northern line until I get some settlers up here. Then maybe I'll send 1 escort unit across with them to see if they can establish new cities along the northern edge of the map. What are these guys? Still need to hold off. Got 4 units up here now. They can go ahead and fortify there. As can they. Keep moving these settlers north. Terrain's getting a little better, so they can move a little bit quicker now. Yeah, it feels like somehow I wound up grabbing more units to come up here than I'd planned. Pretty much nothing else I can do but inch them forward. 1 or 2 hexes every turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Settlers. Really hope I just don't have to, so again, these are units too many, I would claim. I'll have them come back down this way. Nope, these guys are good. Let's have them fortify. Sometimes it takes an awfully large number of turns to actually maneuver and execute a grand strategy like the one I've been trying to formulate. Fortunately, everyone around me has remained friendly. Could have definitely gone sideways. Settler.
It's not the towering sails.
As large a city as I am, I really haven't made my stake or claim as a big scale, as a large scale maritime power. So hopefully that will not be my undoing. So these settlers. Apprenticeship. Okay. Civic boost. Guess they can just fortify there. we may not even be able to follow this whole strategic line through to some degree of conclusion with the remaining time that we have here tonight. So if that's the case, then we'll just have to pick it up later. Needs more amenities. No, no, no. What? That's the settler I have highlighted. Can they? No! Fine. Can you guys go here? Let's see also. New settlers. Brought you into the world at a bad time. So I just completed settlers. Let's have them build ancient walls. They can go to sea also. Skip their turn.
Every man should make his son learn some useful trade or profession, so that in these days of changing fortunes, they may have something tangible to fall back upon.
Still not going to change policies just yet. Humanism. What unit? Bunch of settlers? Oof. Can we? Ah, man. Nope. Nope. Pull them back as well. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna
There
not
is
pay
no
attention
easy
to you
way to
anymore.
train an apprentice. My two tools are example and nagging.
What? These settlers. Let's keep having them proceed north. Anyway, this is a great expedition right here. Some straight Christopher Columbus and Francis Drake stuff. Ooh, gunpowder. Ooh, things are starting to get crispy. So the good thing is that it appears that there's not a barbarian problem here in this northern region. And so we might be able to pull off this expedition and actually land somewhere. If the land would just keep changing on me, stop changing on me. Oh my goodness. Those the settlers? Why can they? I guess rough terrain. More settlers created. pluck. So Messina just finished building a settler to do city walls and build up some of those amenities. On the northern trudge. What is this? This is just... This is, like... It's not possible. I mean... Sparta is clearly there. Like, I just don't understand it. There has to be land here somewhere. I'm gonna make landfall at some point. Come on. I'm gonna have to decide what to do about this. My big concern is if I turn and head south in an effort to make landfall, that I worry that that's gonna be, that area is gonna be entirely occupied by Greece. Oh my gosh, dude. Great Scott. I mean, is this just fog of war? Like, just not really knowing and seeing, not having seen what's really on the map? So we're firmly into just one more turn mode now. I am determined to make landfall and find some place to stay. Ah, crikey! And to find a place to build new flippin' cities. Like, this is ridiculous. Landfall. And I guess that's what it is. I guess it's maybe it's fog of war. Maybe it's the, you know, them modeling going out into the unknown. I need to build at least one builder. I really need to build another builder and another scout. So I think maybe once I get these cities established, that'll be next on my list of tasks to do within the campaign. It's just a whole, so, well, this is dumb, because what I should have recognized, what I should have said is, okay, we've found out where the beachhead is. And you just need to acknowledge that building cities has something to do with making landfall over here and working your way in. Can establish a new city. Voyage of the Mayflower, right. Right, exactly. So, see, I did Chesapeake, Norfolk, Monterey. Huh. Alright. Choose production in Everett. Let's do a red coat. Can I afford to just buy it? Not quite there yet, I don't think. I think that'd be a little risky. What? Oh! Wait. You just... okay. Just, like, automatically made one? Or maybe I'd embarked a red coat with it? I don't remember. So all these settlers really just need to go to sea. Oh, wow. It's not quite. Oh, boy.
Man is a military animal, glories in gunpowder, and loves parades.
Okay. So the reality is any settlers just need to go ahead and embark and go to sea. But I think I can wait to see what all these shenanigans are about. See whether or not that's impacting. It might change my mind about how I want to approach things. But the city-state has given you a quest to recruit a great merchant. You've met a new city-state. Go metal casting. Choose production for Messina. They just completed Ancient Walls, so let's do Settler. So, so that's not Greece. That is something else. That's interesting. Send an envoy. Yeah, it's definitely to Leventis since they don't know us at all. So who is this? This is a bunch of warriors. Those are spearmen, so they can fortify. Well, apparently, I have some redcoats. It's weird. I guess I must have had them embark the ship or something. What was that? Oh, because they can't go ashore there. Great. Okay, ready to put to sea as well. That's weird. Oh, okay. So we're allies, so we can share transit space with them. Nope. Wait, so I can't... Oh, those are barbarians. good, so I finally put my settlers ashore, so that's good. So the redcoats, let's continue pushing out forward. Okay. They completed ancient walls, so they can do another round of settlers as well. I'm not sure where in the world are. Okay, they're in the southern Arctic region. Let's see. Unit needs orders. The settlers. So they're going to jump right off the end. I'm kind of like, once... I feel like once I've charted it, I shouldn't have to... It shouldn't be like per individual ship. Knowing the route. I'm just gonna hold up there. They can actually fortify. And they'll go to sea next turn. Oh, I haven't put to sea yet, okay. Okay, one more group of settlers to sea. No, that's what I hate. Fog of being at sea. I think the only other thing I want to do... Now, what I don't like is... What unit needs orders? This one, okay. I feel like there should have been there should have been 3 settler units that landed over on that other continent. Was my settlers who went there? I guess so, so that would be... Hopefully that's real. Well, there's a barbarian thing listed there, but hopefully it's abandoned. Flip-de-doo. Well, now we know, at least.
must not lose faith in humanity.
Okay, we're down at the end of the night here, so I just blew through that. Although normally I wouldn't. That's my unit that needs orders. Let's pick a civic first. Mercantilism. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, there should have been 3 units that put ashore. Don't really understand that. Unless maybe one of them wasn't actually settlers, but I thought they were. I'll have to come. No. Last one name was Everett. Alright. Tribal village discovered. Alright. Kill that description information. Choose production to be a pikeman. Oh, those pikemen's immediately built as well. Okay. Or no, they automatically give you. Oh, because it's like a transatlantic voyage or an ocean voyage, they automatically give you the garrison unit when you arrive. So that's very cool. I think this right here is where we're going to wrap things up. We're in a pretty decent spot. And I think it's clear to me that my one group of settlers that I have to see needs to...
Don't judge someone until you've stood
make
at
their
his
way
full.
back down this way to do their... Oh, no. Okay. So the third... That's right. The third unit never made landfall. And then I've got a 4th unit coming here. So these will be my colonies, my eastern colonies. Alright, well, thanks so much for everybody who joined in on the live stream. Thanks so much for all of Ravenclaw's crew who came through for the big raid. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much, King Giblets. Thank you very much, Turin. Thanks for all the conversation and the tips on playing this game for those people who came through who were kind of SMEs about it. That's going to do it for me. So, again, there'll be no... I'm off tomorrow. There'll be no early AM live stream on Monday as of right now, because I believe that the studio will be broken down so that the painters can get in here, although the painters are saying they're coming to work tomorrow, so they might actually be done and out of here, and I might be able to do my quick pop-up studio again. If I'm not on early AM Monday, which again right now I'm planning on there not being on Monday morning, my next time will be the early AM Tuesday show and the Tuesday PM show, both of which will be me playing Civilization 6 again, continuing this campaign of Queen Victoria. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. That's going to do it for me. Until next time, happy hunting, stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. We should hopefully at the latest be back early AM Tuesday for some more Civilization 6. Until then, good night, good gaming, and good luck. That's going to do it for me. I'm out of here.